What's going on, people of YouTube? How are you doing? This is Matt, the Comic Sales guy, coming to you live from the new and improved comic room. I might give you a little tour around. You can't really tell from this angle, but I have done some things to the place I'm kind of excited about. So without further ado, we're going to get into a big mail call today. We are going to give away some books to some raffle winners. And I'm going to invite the folks from last week's Comic Auction 53 right now. Let them know that I am live now. So bear with me, folks. Going to do that. See how that goes. Welcome, everybody here watching on the live stream. Where are the cats? That is always going to be the question. We'll get them in here a little bit later, but we got to stay focused right now. We got to stay focused, okay? We have a lot to get through in the next half hour or so. We had, I think, 50 orders. This is a big week. 50 people will be competing to get these free books in this half hour. So we're going to go ahead and get through the raffle first for people who are just tuning in to see what they win. We've got here a Thor #7, Donny Cates, cover A, first print. We have a Batman '92, first cover appearance of Punchline. We have an Electric Black #1, low print Scout Comics indie goodness. We have a Turtles '95 second print, first Jenica on the cover. And Black Panther, the Man Without Fear, #516, cool Spidey and Black Panther cover there. Morbius the Living Vampire #9. That's a cool cover. And the Superior Foes of Spider-Man #1, previews exclusive. So these are going to be the books we're giving away. We got 7 people in the chat. One like. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit that like button. And you might want to smash it. You might want to like rub it weirdly. You can do whatever you want to the like button in order to activate it. But the important thing is that you touch base with that like button. It helps out a lot. Thank you very much. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. What's up, Caroline? How are you? All right, so let's go ahead with the raffle. Happy Monday, Matthew. Yes, we're starting out a good week. This is the big one, guys. The holiday week. I'm in like a really intense quarantine actually right now, in order to spend time with my folks for this holiday. So I've been a shut-in and getting a little stir crazy, a little cabin fever going on here. We also have all of these books to not give away. I'm not giving these away, but we're gonna open these up right after the raffle, as well as dun dun dun. 25 book pre-screen, baby. Back from CGC. I will say I did already check the results of this. Some of you guys already know it. What's up, Ed? How's it going? What's up, Matthew? So I already know the results, and I'm happy. We're happy, okay? We're happy. And FYI, Commissioner Gordon from Instagram was the closest to the correct number of how many out of 25 I got back 9/8. So we'll see. We'll see why that is. We'll see what number we got. All right. So let's give away the books. Then we're going to open the mail. It's going to be great. And as many of you know, what's going on, Dwayne? Thanks for joining. As many of you know, the people who were part of my auction last week, which happens every Thursday, except not this Thursday because it's Christmas Eve. People who are part of my auction are going to get their first shot at any of these slabs that appeal to them. Most of them are going to go for sale, and the people at last week's auction are going to be get first dibs on those books. So that's just a token of appreciation to my loyal customers and followers on Instagram, as well as a selfish ploy so that I don't have to ship out more packages. People who already have books coming to them, I can easily add a little slab in there. See what I'm doing there? It's a win-win situation. It's a win-win. And that reminds me to just plug my giveaway book. If you're not already following me on Instagram, go over to MM Comic Sales, follow me there, and get me closer to 3,000 followers. Huge milestone there. And this book, Amazing Spider-Man 375, 9.8, signed by Mark Bagley, will be given away once I hit 3,000 subscribers. So thank you guys all for your help with that. Without further ado, I'm going to share my random.org list over here. All right, let's share the list. Still, oh, you know what? I totally forgot. I'm still learning here, guys. I forgot to do this on StreamYard, so I'm not going to be able to share the list, I don't think. Yeah. So there's that. So maybe you'll just take my word for it. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I forgot to do it on StreamYard. So I have here, I am looking at a random.org list, and you guys are going to have to take my word for it. Okay. Luckily, we're not playing for, big money here, guys. It's not like a legit raffle, or there's not a lot of money on the line. So hopefully you guys trust me to report the news as I find it. So sorry I can't share the screen. That was a noob mistake on my part as a YouTuber. But without further ado, let's go ahead and give these books away. So I have here 50 names. I'm going to randomize it once to make sure the count is right. Yep, 50 names. All of you guys are here. We're going to give away the Superior Foes of Spider-Man #1, the PX exclusive. We're giving this away. I'm going to randomize it. I'm going to tell you who wins. Okay, it's simple as that. Randomizing. Brett Barrett. Brett Barrett wins the first raffle book. Thank you very much, Brett. Couldn't make this up, folks. Would I give Brett a free book if I didn't have to? I mean, please. Just kidding, Brett. Love you. So, Brett, raffle. Thank you, Brett. Congrats. Alrighty, alrighty. Oh, and just for fun, I want to show you the books that many of you know in the private chat, in our post-auction chat. Many of you know the results of this, but some of you don't. The first place top bidder of last week was Brian Yoshi. Congrats to Brian. He chose the She-Hulk #1 newsstand, Sensational She-Hulk #1 newsstand. So great grab on that, Brian, and thanks again for being top bidder of last week. Thank you, sir. Second place chose this awesome stack of magazines that I hunted in the wild. It's Star Wars Insider number, what is this? Issue number 38, if you're trying to track it down. 38 is the issue number with the awesome Simpsons homage, Star Wars homage. So Lifting in second place chose this stack of magazines, the Star Wars Insider, the Star Wars Join the Jedi coloring book, and the Turtles coloring book. And neither of these are colored in, by the way. So they are virgin, so to speak, coloring books. So Lifting grabbed those as well. And third place was Metalhead. Thank you, Metalhead. Grabbing the ASM 365 newsstand he chose. Thank you very much. That is a lower grade, but still a nice newsstand copy of the first appearance in preview of Spider-Man 2099. And then Lifting was the top stacker. He put together the biggest stack, which I believe was 26 books. So shout out to Lifting, always putting up a great fight, doing the heavy lifting at my auctions. Appreciate you. And he picked up these additional books for his stack. All right, so thank you very much to the top bidders and stackers of last week. Let's continue with the raffle. We have here the Morbius Living Vampire #9. All right, #9 is going to be given to Books Malone. Oh my God! So Books for Matches Malone, guys. He hung out at the raffle, the auction last week, and I did some really silly trivia questions or something, and Malone actually got 2 of the trivia. He got both trivia questions basically, and they weren't really trivia. They were just like really silly joke trivia kind of. But So I messaged him. I was like, hey, man, he didn't actually buy any books that week. So, you know, he just didn't win any auctions or whatever, which is fine. And I messaged him. I was like, you got 2 freebies. If you don't mind, I'm going to hold these for you until until you buy a book. And he's like, no problem. So he's got another freebie waiting for him now because he's a lucky son of a gun and a great trivial pursuer, if you will. So congrats, Books Malone, on another free book. Black Panther, The Man Without Fear, number 516. Really cool book there. Looks kind of Del Auto-y. I'm not sure who does this cover, but it's pretty cool. This one's gonna go to Doing the Dad Thing. First time attendee at my auction, participant at the auction. Thank you so much, Doing the Dad Thing. Doing the Dad Raffle. Thank you, sir. He showed up to the raffle, and he saw a slab in the background. He was like, "How much for that Canto slab?" I was like, $60. He's like, "Sold." So eagle eye on that dad thing, and then he grabbed a couple more Canto books as well, I believe. So congrats to him for adding to the stack. Here we go. Turtles 95 second print. I believe there were a couple of spine ticks on this, which is why I'm giving it away rather than keeping it or selling it. But it's still pretty nice, probably like a BF near mint. And this one's going to go to Metalhead. Metal adding to his stack. He was in 3rd place. We're going to give him another freebie. Metal Raffle. Thank you so much, Juan. He's been a long time friend of the channel, so to speak. So thank you so much, Juan, for that. Electric Black number 1. This one is going to go to I Am the Doctor. I Am the Doctor. Another, I think, first-time buyer. I Am the Doc. I Am the Doc Raffle. Nice pull, Doctor. Thank you, sir. Come on back now. Batman 92 art germ cover. This one is going to go to the Ghost Collector. The Ghost Collector. Thank you, sir. Ghost Collect. That's funny. It's kind of like Go Collect. Raffle. Thank you, Ghost Collector. And the last freebie, the Thor 7, is going to go to KK Comic Pressing, my man KK. Congrats, KK. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned if you want to check out some unboxings. Otherwise, see you next time. We're going to unbox some books now. So we're going to save the CGC for last. Let's see what else we have here to unbox. Let's see what we got. I do not know what anything else is here. This one is from Gardner. This is from Brett from Gardner Comics. You guys might follow him on Instagram. I think he runs a comic shop. Or if not that, he certainly has a comic store's worth of books, seemingly. He's constantly throwing up great keys and, oftentimes with one thing I like about Brett. Yeah, baby, free Thor. That's right. Good call, KK. Oh, of course, This Week in Comics is KK because he always asks where the cats are. So sorry, KK. The cats are sleeping right now. Actually, they'd probably love to come in here, but you got to stay focused, man. Oh, this is a nice stack. So yeah, Gardner. Check out Gardner on Instagram. Shout out to Gardner. Brett. Let's see what I got from Gardner this week. I usually get at least one thing every week or two from him, because his claims are irresistible. You got to turn on those notifications on his claims because he's constantly posting. And then my Apple Watch goes off all day long, and I'm like, what did Brett post? What did Brett post now? What did he post next? And then you miss one. and you're like, God damn it! I'm watching these all freaking week, and then I missed the one I really wanted. Okay, interesting stuff here. Very interesting. Totally don't remember claiming some of these, to be totally honest. Okay, let's see. We got Ghost Rider 15. So what I was saying before was one of the things I like about him, about his claims, is that he posts a variety of conditions of the same book with different prices. And, you know, it's funny because before I got to know him or know his kind of grading standards or whatnot, I thought it was a little, I don't know, I wasn't crazy about the fact that he didn't post grades next to the books. But once you start to trust the seller a little bit, you're like, you can infer to some extent, okay, high grade, mid grade, low grade based on his prices. So you sort of have to take a bit of a gamble, especially if you want to like jump in real quick on it and be like, yeah, I want the book. I'm trusting it's relatively, you know, trusting the price is reasonable for the grade, and that has been my experience with him. So, and then of course you can DM for more picks and whatnot. So I got the Ghost Rider 15, which, believe it or not, I don't know if I've ever had a copy of that. I believe that's a glow-in-the-dark cover. This was just a dope Tomahawk. I really liked the cover, and it was for a good price. I think I actually offered a lower price, and he said yes. So I just really like this cover, and you know, I don't know much about the series, but that was just kind of a cover buy for me. Tomahawk. I believe it's a French. Yeah, it's in French. I like it. I don't know. I just think it's cool. I feel like maybe I looked something up about that, but I can't remember it now. A Distant Soil number 6. This is the first appearance of Panda Khan, which I think kind of relates to the Turtles verse in some way. Or maybe Usagi Yojimbo. There are crossovers there, but this is a cool indie low print key from like the 80s, I think, Copper Age kind of stuff. And this price looks like I paid like 25 for this instead of the listed $60. So I think I got a pretty good deal on that. And then here is like a stack of DuckTales, which I don't really remember claiming, but I'm kind of psyched to have regardless. Issues 1 through 6. And I think DuckTales is coming to Disney Plus, I believe. And I also have the Darkwing Duck number 1, so I'm just sort of stacking those right now, holding them for either the PC or if their value increases like crazy, who knows, then maybe I'll sell, but psyched to have those. All right, let's open the next one. Wow, I have so much more space in my office now. I don't know what to do with myself. All right, this one is sort of a weird package, and I think it shakes around a bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if whatever's in here is completely wrecked. We'll see. We'll see what happens with this one. It's kind of like, you know, leftover Amazon package, poorly printed labels. And if this is from someone in the community, I apologize for ragging on the packaging, but I'm just calling it like I see it. Just calling it like I see it. If it's someone from eBay, serves you right. I mean, I sell on eBay occasionally, but it's kind of a last resort, to be honest. All right. Let's see. It looks like there was definitely an attempt here. There was an attempt here to be careful. Okay. This is an eBay purchase. This is a book that one of those books I didn't really know I wanted. Yes, you gotta package it with love, man. You gotta. I feel like this was packaged with love. I just think it was packaged without knowledge or experience. See, you can see here what it is. I'm gonna just show it to you like this. This is Creatures of the Id number 1. Who can tell me who this book is the first appearance of? And defensively, exactly, Dwayne. Who can tell me who this book is the first appearance of without looking it up? You win a no prize if you guess correctly. But anybody know this book who's watching in the live? This was one of my favorite comics growing up. I still have my original collection of this run. Not this one, because back then, I mean, we didn't really have the internet in the early 90s. And you would have had to do a lot of research to figure out, like, what was the first appearance? First appearance of ASM 363. Not quite. Good guess, though. Good guess, Michael. So this is the first appearance of the character Madman, made by Mike Allred from the 90s. And I didn't know this book existed. And it started occurring to me as the crossover book was coming out that Donny Cates would be pulling from maybe not only Image Comics, but maybe some other indies as well. I mean, people speculate on lots of Marvel and DC stuff, but I think that the indies are a more fair game, and I think there was speculation at some point that the character Madman would be used. And so he's not in his classic costume here, but this is the character. He's got blue skin, and he's kind of like a dead guy, I think. I can't really remember the story. But he wears this cool sort of zany costume. Mike Allred, who does the art, did one of the recent runs on Silver Surfer that wasn't like too popular, but he's got really distinctive art that I really like. And this is his first appearance. So they clearly tried with this packaging, but look, the book is shaking within the bag. So that's what I was hearing in the package. And, it can't have helped the condition. It looks pretty nice, but for what I paid for this, I would have hoped that it would be a little more secure. That's okay. So that's another one, similar to the DuckTales, really, where it's like something that has personal resonance to me that I would love to keep in the PC. But, it's also a bit of spec, and if the price were to astronomically increase, then I'd be happy to take profit on it. But I love learning about that character's first appearance in such an obscure book and being able to grab it for like not a totally outrageous price. I feel similarly. My other favorite from that era was Scud the Disposable Assassin, and I've been like stalking that book for a while. I have my original copy from when I was a kid, like an early teenager, like 12 years old, 13 years old. I bought it. It was one of those like edgy indie books from the early 90s, and I have my original copy. It's a little bit beat up. I also have a second print signed by Rob Schrab. Check out that run if you haven't already. I remember really enjoying it as a kid, and I still have my collection of it. And I've been sort of like wanting a 9.6 or a 9.8 of that book, and I've been stalking like this Mercari seller who's selling the book because I want to upgrade my copy or at least have a nicer copy. It hit like one of the lists from one of those shows like Tales from the Flip Side or one of the Market Watch shows on YouTube. And they name dropped it like, oh, look what a 9.8 is selling for now. This book is so obscure and so rare and blah, blah, blah. And I went over to Mercari and I like insta-bought that book because I was like, I had been waiting for a while. I was thinking about making an offer that was lower, but I was like, fuck this. I was like, I've been wanting a nicer copy of this book for so long, and this is one of my like personal kind of grails. It's so obscure. Like no one cares about Scud the Disposable Assassin, but I was like, God damn it. If people are about to start caring about Scud the Disposable Assassin, I'm not going to sleep on, grabbing my nice copy of it. You know what I mean? So I went ahead and did that. And the funny thing is the seller, I've been back and forth with him for so long on Mercari about it. I was sort of like, hey, like, would you consider this price, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, totally. I'm just like, I work abroad. I'm not going to be near the book forever. So it's not going anywhere. Don't worry about it. It'll be here. I'm like, I don't know if it's not going anywhere. I'm locking it down. So I don't think I'm going to get that book for a while, but I just wanted to like claim it. I don't care when I get it. I just don't want it to go to anybody else. That's how I feel about that. Okay, this was I believe this was either a Elite Comics sale or no, I think it was another Instagram seller, maybe A1. I can't remember the name of the seller. It was one of those Instagram sellers that does claim sales in like a comic store where they got a wall of books and they've got like 70 people watching. I mean, I think I only got 70 people watching when I was like doing the Jurdovic Ultimate Fallout 1 and 25. You know what I mean? Like they just have 70 people watching as a matter of course, like every time they go live. So I'm not to that level. I need like an Ultimate Fallout 4 kind of attraction to maybe draw that crowd. But these folks were killing it, and they were doing this claim sale the week after King in Black came out. And I ordered not that heavy on King in Black, partly because like the final order cutoff for it was like a week earlier than I expected it to be. And I also sort of felt like, I don't know, I didn't want to overinvest in it. I felt like it would be really overprinted or whatever. But sure enough, you know, I found myself having FOMO or sort of regret about that. Partly because at my auction, people kept asking, like, do you have the secret variant? Do you have the 1 in 25? Do you have this? Do you have that? And so when I got on this guy's sale, I was like, he was offering the stuff for pretty cheap. I was like, claim, because it was stuff that I wished that I had in my inventory a week earlier. So now I have it. I'm happy to have it. Don't know if it's still in demand. Maybe it's in more, maybe less, but I have an additional copy of the Philip Tan #1. I have the 1 in 25, which I really like. This King in Black 1 in 25. You know, that's one that I would consider grading maybe if I like the condition on it. I got one of those secret variants with the thing there instead of the Hulk. And I've mentioned this before, guys, but when they said secret variant, I was positive the secret variant was going to be that Iron Man was going to turn into a devil horn, like Null doing the devil horn. Because doesn't it look like that's what this is meant to be? That would have been such a better secret variant if they'd done that, because it would have been harder to like catch the difference. This difference is obvious. It's like Thing instead of Hulk. Like, who's gonna miss that? You know what I mean? But if they had changed Iron Man to doing the devil fist, that would have fucking ruled. And that would have been totally Donny Cates. I think that was a missed opportunity, Donny. Let's talk. I have notes. Donny. Weapon X72, just a nice copy. Cheap, picking them up for cheap. Love that book. It's an origin issue, I believe, of the Weapon X program, and it's Marvel Comics Presents 72. And it's Barry Windsor Smith cover. Just awesome Wolvie book. And speaking of Wolverine-related books, here is a totally awesome Hulk 22. I've never had this book before. This is a totally Dwayne. Yeah, the 1 in 25 is probably my favorite cover that I've seen of King in Black 1 as well. So this is first appearance of Weapon. What is it? Weapon H? Is that what it's called? Yeah, Weapon H. It's like the Hulk Wolvie hybrid, and I just think there's great spec on this. It obviously was a lot hotter closer to when it came out, but I think people kind of sleep on it now, and I think there's great potential for the character. Such a cool, like, obviously, you know, Wolverine got his first appearance in the Hulk books, and it's such a cool idea to have a combination of those characters in one. You know what I mean? So cool idea for that character. And then I just claimed 4 copies of cover A because I think he was selling them for $4 each. You know, he probably was sitting on like 100 of them. And I know the feeling when you have a lot of books, you're afraid you can't move. You sometimes slash the price. And I was like, you know, I'll pick them up because I like I said, I didn't order that heavy, and happy to have the opportunity to increase my inventory a bit on that. So that is my regular mail call, and now we get to open the long-awaited CGC 98 pre-screen batch of 25. All right, so let's get to it, guys. We're opening the big boy. It's heavy, which is always a good sign. Always a good sign when your CGC pre-screen 9.8 batch is heavy. That means you have a high ratio of slab to raw. And if I seem a little bit cocky, it's because I know what's in here, all right? If I seem a little sure of myself, it's because I know the results. So the result is good. The result is, hey, what's going on, Me Comics? The result is pretty good. I cannot complain about this result, guys. I will show you the result based on the raw book I got back, okay? So for anybody that doesn't know how pre-screen submissions work, in the future, I would love to do videos on this. A lot of people ask me, how do you choose which books to submit? Turnaround time, good question. Let me see if I can check that really quick, actually. Look at my submissions. 1 second. So this order was received by CGC November 12th. And I got it on Friday, which would be the 18th. So not so bad. So it usually takes them like a week or so to check it in. So they probably actually got it a week earlier, right? So if they got it on November 12th, let's call it November 5th, they probably got it. And I got it back on December 18th. So that's about 6 weeks. I think that's about 6 weeks. So not too bad, not too bad. You know, with a pre-screen, you generally think it's going to take you about, it's going to be about 10 days longer than that tier. Like, for example, in this case, modern, kind of the standard modern tier. It's going to take about 10 days longer to for your turnaround time with a pre-screen than with a normal submission. So 6 weeks, can't complain too much about that. Felt like longer, but guys, look, so with a pre-screen, for anybody else, see with Fast Track, you cannot pre-screen Fast Track, to my knowledge. I think you have to sit with the waiting time with a pre-screen. That's one of the downsides with it. So with a pre-screen, guys, what it means is I'm saying in this case, I want you, first of all, it needs to be 25 minimum books to qualify for a pre-screen criterion. And then if you do more than 25, it's going to be a separate order back to you. So it really behooves you to only ship 25 pre-screen at a time. You can do one batch of 25 and then another batch of 25, but keep it in 25 increments. That would be my advice based on personal experience. And so if you say, I want them all 9/8 to be slab 9/8 or back raw, and then the ones that they send back to you raw that did not hit 9/8, you only pay $5 for rather than $20 to get them slabbed. So this is the one that did not reach the 9/8 criteria. Batman Adventures Continue 2. I'll be curious to look at this closer up. You know, can't complain when only one book comes back raw. Exactly, they add more shipping costs with anything above 25. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you. You don't have to be an elite member to do pre-screening ME Comics. You just have to have a regular membership, I believe. I'm kind of the middle tier where you pay $125, I believe, maybe $150, and then you get that same $150 back in credit. So if you're doing a pre-screen, you know, 25 times 20 or so, that's about $500. It's going to be maybe $450 after your discount. In this case, it would be, anyway, we don't need to get into those numbers, but it's always worth it to pay that $150 if you plan to do your own submission, because it's just going to count as credit towards your submission anyway. So for that, if you pay that mid-tier, I know that you're able to do these pre-screen submissions. So that is the one book I got back raw. The rest are all slabbed. which makes, I do have a reference here. Back when I sent these books out, I asked people in an Instagram Live what their predictions were for how many, because mind you, you guys, these were not pressed. None of these books were pressed, okay? These were all 9/8 candidates by my estimations before I even bought my personal press machine. So these were all pre-screen 9/8s based on just eyeballing them and seeing nothing wrong. And you'll see a lot of them were sort of like cardstock covers or covers that don't have a lot of waviness naturally, or just damn nice copies. And I like to call them, I don't know if I've coined this phrase or not, but I call them natural 9/8s. When they just come off the rack and you're like, can't improve this, done. Not touching it, submit, natural 9/8. That's what I like to call it. So these are all natural 9/8. Let me see the comments. CBCS does pre-screening with no minimum. Yes, that is true, Swag Master. So if you don't want that 25 book criteria, CBCS is way more flexible with their rules. No minimum for pre-screening in terms of quantity of books, and you can also mix and match your minimum grades, is my understanding. You can do, I want this one minimum 9.6, this one minimum 9.8, this one minimum 6.0. Like you could do like, you know, a Silver Age key or something, you know what I mean? Which is really cool. So that's definitely something I've considered, is that CBCS has a lot more leeway when it comes to these pre-screen criteria. And my other thing that I understand is they will not charge you a return fee. So this book, this Batman Adventures Continue, I paid them $5 just for the privilege of not having it graded. Okay, so just for their time, they charge $5 to have, you know, looked it over, which I think is reasonable. But CBCS is even better in that they don't charge you if they don't slab it. If you have achieved a 70% hit rate, like a 70% success rate for your whole submission of the grades that you are seeking, okay? That is what I have understood from CBCS. So a lot of cool stuff that CBCS is trying to do to kind of incentivize choosing them as your third-party grading service. Personally, I've just been sticking with CGC mostly because I'm a reseller, and CGC currently commands a better resale value in general. They're more desirable for collectors, I have found, in general. Of course, there are people who do prefer those CBCS slabs, but that's less common in my experience than kind of the industry standard CGC. So with that being said, we are going to now show the books, okay? All right. In no particular order. And Matthew says, I always wonder if doing a 25-book pre-screening affects how they grade. It's a great question. I don't think it affects it. I think they're trying to claim that it's kind of blind. I don't know how possible that is, that it would be blind. My feeling is they must know that it's pre-screened. They just don't know what grade is being. They don't know the desired grade necessarily, but they can probably infer, right? If they're getting a bunch of modern books, like, hey, grade these 25 modern books, they can probably infer that the person has a 9.8 agenda. But hard to tell. I think they're pretty secretive about some of those practices. I'm not sure in this case. All right, here's the first one. This is the 1 in 25. I'm sorry, the lighting isn't that great here. Let's see if I can make this a little better. 1 in 25 Transformers versus Transformers Back to the Future #1, the 1 in 25. It's the toy action figure variant. I just really liked it, and it happened to be, you know, a natural 9.8. So I decided to get it graded. And, you know, when this video is over, I'm going to look all these over and sort of try to learn for myself, like, what defects were permitted, because some of these I was kind of, you know, with a pre-screen, you can kind of test the boundaries a little bit. Like this one, for example, it's really clean in terms of no spine ticks, which is tough for a black cover, right? But it does have some of that manufacturer's waviness that a quick press would press out. So, you know, now that I have my press, I would probably have pressed this first before submitting, you know? But in this case, I'm down to roll the dice because it's a pre-screen, and I'm glad that it panned out in this particular case. All right, I'm gonna make a nice little stack here. A nice little stack of slabs. Always fun to get these slabs. It's like Christmas, early Christmas. And the people who, as they know already, the people who were part of my auction last week get first dibs on these once I, you know, check the prices and whatnot. Not necessarily all of them, but many of them I'm gonna offer to them first, and then some of them will meet. We'll just, I'll throw to my Instagram page for claims as well. All right, we got a Kanto Hollow Man number 1, 9.8. Obviously, these are all going to be 9.8 white pages. This is the Momoko variant Error edition. All right, so they are acknowledging the error, guys, which I'm super stoked about. I actually like took the trouble to like write to their customer service and stuff, like, before I submit these, are you guys acknowledging this error? Because I did, you know, if they're not going to acknowledge an error interior on the label, you know, then you don't necessarily want to slab it, because then there's no evidence that it is an error book once you can't open it up again. You know what I mean? So luckily they did choose to acknowledge that. Okay, the Deladera Department of Truth number 1. That is one I might hold on to for a while. Not necessarily selling that right away. I do love this cover, and it's obviously an homage to Something is Killing the Children. They actually call it the Something is Killing number 1 cover homage, which is really cool. Lucky that this was a natural 9.8 for me. You know, I can see a couple of faint non-color breaking spine ticks on the spine. Just goes to show you they don't have to be perfect to be a 9.8, guys. All right. Here is the 1 in 50. Also beautiful. This is the Endolfo 1 in 50. Mirka Endolfo cover. Yep. Gorgeous. And you know, this is also an homage in a way. This is a Marilyn Monroe homage, I would think, right? All right. What else do we got? Damn straight, I'm holding it like a newborn baby. Hey, we got some New Agents of Atlas number 2. This is the first Swordmaster in a 9.8. Super nice book, lower printed than issue 1. And Swordmaster is on the cover of issue 1, but not in the interior. So this is his first full appearance in issue 2. A lot of great spec on all those characters from issues 1 and 2 of New Agents of Atlas, War of the Realms. And speaking of which, here is cover A, issue 1. First appearance of, oh my God, they don't even put it on the label. That is a damn shame. But it's so many characters they should really be shouting out. It's Luna Snow, Arrow, Wave, and one other I always forget. 9.8s aren't perfect books, exactly, Swagmaster. They have probably 2 defects. 2 or fewer, I would say, would be, I think, the technical definition. And here is the Oswald Secret variant of Department of Truth number 1. I was sad to only, you know what I probably got? I ordered this book so heavy, you guys. I ordered 100. I went hard on it, which is why I have the Deladera 100. And I think my store gave me 5 of these out of 100. And I think I sold 4 at my auction, and I kept 1 to slab. So that's another one I'll probably keep for a little while. I feel confident that book will that book will be auctioned or announced at some point. Here is the Empire Aftermath Avengers #1 Timeless Virgin cover. So this is kind of like a mashup of like 5 different Alex Ross covers, which is pretty cool. And here you can see how Spidey is not, in fact, jerking it. Okay, people? Spidey's not jerk. Well, wait a minute. Is he? Kind of actually looks like he. Okay, never mind. This actually strengthens the case. Damn. Okay, never mind. Case closed. He's jerking it. All right. That's the jerking it cover right there. See the full pose, for better or worse. All right, here we have Ice Cream Man Quarantine Comics. This is the 1 per store. Shiny silver 9.8. Yeah, the Alex Ross was a 1 per store. This one's a 1 per store. Pretty nice one there. Here we have a Thor #6. This is a Slab City and Sanctum Sanctorum exclusive. Love this cover. This is just a nice one to have slabbed. I really love nice Virgin covers in a slab. It's just kind of this is something that may be obvious to many of you, but it didn't really occur to me for quite a while that like Virgin variants are almost like they're almost made to be slabbed. You know what I mean? Because you're missing the info on the art, but you have it on the slab. So it's kind of the one medium where like the information on the slab is not redundant to the art. So the lack of trade dress means all the better to be slabbed. That's sort of a epiphany that I had at some point in the last year. That was like, oh, that's probably obvious to most people, but something I just came to recently. Thor 6, I did not get a virgin version of this one. So I just had the trade slabbed. I think I'm going to keep one of these in the PC. I love Kyle Hott's art. Silver Surfer is my favorite hero, and it's just a great homage to Silver Surfer 4. They shouted out on the slab here, which is really cool. Silver Surfer 4 cover homage. So that's one I'll probably keep in the PC until I can get my own copy of Silver Surfer 4, which I still very much have on the want list. Here's a Batman 3 Joker 1 in 25. This is my favorite cover of the 3 Jokers run. Of all of the covers, I like that one the most. All right, about halfway. We got a lot of slabs, guys. What can I say? We got a Venom 3 second print. I think this book is very undervalued relative to the other printings of Venom 3. You've got Miles on the cover, for one thing, and it's an ASM 316 homage. And it's a second print of the first appearance of Null. I'm surprised that this book, I mean, it probably doesn't have as low print numbers as the third print. And the third print has the cover appearance as well. So totally get why I think third print should be worth more than second print, no question. I would think that second print would reach somewhere in the ballpark of the prices that the first and third command, but it so far has not. Still fetches a pretty penny, but just nothing. You thought it was interior art, it's not a 316 homage? I don't know. Maybe the interior art was an homage. But you tell me, guys. You tell me. It probably is interior art. So was issue 3. Issue 3 is also interior art. But you tell me that's not a 316 homage. Spidey is in like the same exact position as Miles in this picture on 316. And you got this weird symbiote dude like looking just like Venom on 316. Look it up, guys. 7 Secrets #1. This is the Akira homage cover by Justine Franny. This is beautiful. I had a few copies of this. I think I got 2 slabbed, or maybe I just got 1. Maybe I've sent another one in a different batch. I have 2 more batches with CGC now. So I'm going slab crazy, guys. Going hard. Flashpoint #1 Convention Edition 9/8. That one's nice. Another natural 9/8. So, you know, we could go back through these in terms of what made them such good natural 9/8 candidates. But you can kind of infer for yourself. Here is a We Only Find Them When They're Dead. I call this the David Bowie or the Ziggy Stardust cover. It's the 1 in 50 Jenny Frison cover. This series has cooled off a little bit, but I really love this Virgin incentive. Just the fact that it was a Frison, Virgin, high ratio, gotta slab it. You know what I mean? And you know, Boom Studios does a great job with their cardstock. It's not exactly cardstock; it's just really high quality paper that makes it easy to pull 9/8 without a press. Oh man, this one I gotta keep. This one is Thanos #15, 4th printing. That's just a killer surfer cover, guys. So that one's staying in the PC for sure. I gotta build my surfer collection. In future videos, you guys are gonna see all of my favorite surfer slabs on the wall back there. It's gonna be sick. Maybe some Spidey slabs too. All right, we got a Batman 92. This is the foil edition. And I'm super happy that some of the imperfections on this one did not dock me a grade. Foil cover convention edition. Convention exclusive. Yeah, just like a couple of little, you know, like back here. I don't know if I can get the shine right. You can see it there on the cover. See that little pebble there? You know, if I'd had the press, I would have tried to get it out. But since I didn't have it, I'm sort of glad that I didn't take the time, because I got a 9/8. Maybe I could have gotten a 9/9. You never know. That was the first Fallen one. Yes, Swag Master, it was. My favorite surfer cover, Matthew. You know, it's actually FF49. That's my favorite comic of all time. It's my favorite cover. Second appearance of Surfer. I like the cover. You know, it's not the best surfer cover, but even just the small little bit that you get of him there is so cool to me. Foil, yes. Lifting, yes. It's just so cool. The small little bit of surfer that you get is really cool to me. Here is the thank you variant, 1 per store Batman 92 Jimenez character design variant. So I think what I might do, guys, because I'm hearing a lot of really solid spec on Punchline these days, like that the latest you guys follow what's his name? The dude that breaks all the movie news, or the insider guy, Mikey Sutton. His latest scoop is all about Punchline. Woo! It's crazy, dude. Basically, he's saying that like the rumblings in the DC world are like that they're putting all their money into Punchline for like a TV series or whatever. This is not an announcement. This is like insider info kind of stuff. But they're saying that the Mikey Sutton latest scoop is insane, you guys. Like, check it out. He does a blog, and I think that Lords of the Long Box broke this particular scoop. But he's basically saying like that DC, you know, the powers that be at DC or whatever, the AT&T or whatever, they know they can't really do anything with Joker because it would like sort of tie up that property for which they want to save for movies. And like Harley is already sort of like locked up with her Birds of Prey kind of, and Suicide Squad kind of stuff. So Punchline gives them the opportunity to do something with a character that is a combination of Harley and Joker. Okay? That's how they are seeing Punchline right now, as reported by Mikey Sutton. So just word to the wise guys, I currently do not hold any Hellerism 3s. I probably should be, but these two slabs now are my stake in Punchline. I have to think really hard about whether I want to move them right now or not. So I'm going to think about that. I might move one and hold the other. I'm not sure, but they're both nice. They're nice holdings for sure for the character, but I probably should hold them both. This is another Frizzen cover. It's a Virgin of what is this? Unkindness of Ravens #1. Boom Studios, Frizzen, Virgin. This is the 1 in 10. Really pretty cover. All right, we have 4 left, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're almost at an hour. I'm gonna try to wrap up very shortly. Swagmaster said Silver Surfer 4 is his favorite surfer cover. That's probably, it's one of the best. I might prefer it if I had it, but I have 2 copies of 49. Which I really love. Ooh, Lifting wants the Jimenez. Okay, Lifting. All right, noted, bro, noted. FF 48 through 50 all look great as a set. Yes, for sure, for sure. Obviously you don't get Surfer on the cover of 48, but still a cool cover. And 50 is great too. Yeah, for sure. And then 72 is also really good. Kirby goodness, but I just love that the 49 is just such a great action shot where you sort of get the whole story. It's like you get his relationship to Galactus. You see how small he is relative to Galactus. It's just this epic kind of action shot with him flying away. I love it. All right, We Only Find Them When They're Dead, the 1 in 10 Ward cover. Like I said, another Virgin cover. Virgin incentives need to be slabbed. Here we got a Venom 9. Solid, just straight up first printing, first full appearance of Dylan. Venom 9, 9.8. All right, 2 more. We have a Strange Academy 2, 1 in 25, 9.8. This is my favorite cover of Strange Academy. All right, the 1 in 25. Issue 2. So dope. Got it in a 9.8. Matthew's interested in the Venom 9. Okay, I'm going to write down for you guys, just folks who are here, for rewarding you guys for watching this live. Lifting is interested in the Jimenez, because then I can give you guys first offers, or you guys can make me offers if you want. Matthew Fox. Matthew, what's your IG handle? Venom 9. I forget. I should know. So far, We Only Find Them has the most beautiful interior art, but the book is too damn slow. Tony, I totally agree with you. I didn't get past issue 1 in terms of reading. Honestly, I don't read a lot these days. As it is, I just don't have a lot of time for it. But I gave up on that one reading wise. Still really cool, beautiful art, and a cool idea for a story. MF Stuntman. Okay, cool. MF Stunt. Awesome. So Lifting, I have you as interested in the Jimenez, and Matthew, I have you interested in Venom 9. Right on. I know, Tony. I know your name. Thanks for joining on the live, brother. So here is the last one, guys. It is the New Agents of Atlas, War of the Realms, #1, second printing, Golden Apple Edition B. And it is this beautiful silk cover by Sabine Rich. Not to be confused with Sabine Wren. So that is a beautiful cover right there. And have that in a 9.8. Again, with the Virgin the virgin exclusives or incentive slabs, gotta get them slabs when they're a nice 9/8 candidate. So as you can see, guys, some of those were sort of close calls in terms of 9/8 candidacy. That's what pre-screens are great for when you're not really sure. Maybe you don't have a press and you just want to roll the dice on some stuff. Even if they don't look completely perfect, I recommend, of course, to save on time and money and shipping and all that stuff, to be as sure as you can when you send it in. But if you're not sure, a pre-screen is good for that. Okay, Swagmaster's also interested in the Venom 9. Swagmaster, what's your IG handle? Because I'll maybe hit you guys up privately before I go to the whole group about the opportunities to claim. I did hear good news, on a sort of political level today, that we're getting stimulus, guys. We're getting more relief soon, which is great. I don't know why I'm mentioning that. I guess I'm happy for myself, but Merry Christmas is what I mean to say. Happy holidays, guys. I hope that helps us all in our respective financial situations. I don't want to encourage anybody ever to buy books from me if they need it for their bills, their kids, their significant others, their credit card payments. I don't want to encourage anybody to use the money in ways that they can't afford to. All right, so that's just my personal opinion as a seller. But hey, if your stimulus money is going to be for fun and games, then have fun with it. Spend it on what you love. That's going to be about it for me, guys. Let's see. Dallas, Swagmaster Dallas, right on. Thank you for joining, brother. Exactly, Tony. Most of us had that 600 stimulus coming. For a perfect amount for a pre-screen. Exactly. So good question, Tony. What day am I going live? I'm not going to do a regular auction this Thursday. Instead, I'm going to maybe do like a short auction and or claim sale the following weekend. I'm thinking like Saturday night, maybe a couple hours from my folks' place. So I'm going to pick like sort of maybe take one bin of books with me. Usually I have like two. I'll maybe take one bin of books with me. Some of these slabs maybe to auction off. Maybe what you guys don't claim tonight in the Instagram chat of these slabs that I'm gonna offer up, I'll bring with me to Massachusetts for a little holiday claim sale or auction or whatever. So Saturday is what I'm thinking. Maybe Saturday at 8 p.m. That's tentative, but you heard it here first. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you. Let me just give you a quick little look just for funsies of a look at my room. I spent all weekend organizing my, look at that stack of slabs right there, guys. Organizing my comics. So there's a single shelf, and here is my double shelf here. Some long boxes on the top. Anchored to the wall, nice and secure, nice and clean. I got a closet of supplies over there, and then that's my shipping table over there where I'm going to do all my shipping. And I'm going to hang all my slabs on that wall back there. And here's like my auctioneer desk here. So pretty good setup. I'm pretty psyched about it. New and improved Comic Auction House, or Comic Lair, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I've tracked down these shelves from like an old shoe store. It's like they were like a total bitch to take apart and put back together, but they're like real sturdy, like old school industrial. My bidding live sale table needs more in the background. Exactly. So I'm gonna put like stuff on the wall in front, and then like a nice like couple racks of slabs in the back, so that when you're looking at me this way, you can see kind of like the collection pieces. And then when you're looking at the, the backdrop to the books, you can see some eye candy there too. So that's my plan. We're getting there slowly but surely. again, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great holiday week, you guys. I'll see some of you guys in the group chat over on Instagram. Again, follow me on Instagram at Comic Sales. We're getting close to 3,000 subscribers. We're going to give away this book at 3K, so definitely check that out. And you get entry twice if you follow that link and go to YouTube, blah, blah, blah. You'll follow the instructions, but try to get 2 entries if you can for your best chance to win that book. So thank you guys again. I'm going to call it a night and get to claim, to putting some of these up for claim for you guys. So I will see you at the next video or at the next live stream, perhaps the weekend after Christmas. Take care, everybody. Have a great holiday. Stay safe.